itself is labeled as temporary provisions with respect to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Unfortunately, unlike almost all other temporary measures, this became cemented over there. To the point where even though the accession itself is no longer in doubt, when the integration of the state is complete, not only is it complete, it's been formalized in the preamble to the Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir, which, by the way, was drafted by a Constituent Assembly that was popularly elected and unanimously adopted. Even though all this has happened, the article still remains. And this provision, we believe, and I firmly believe, that this artificial creation, this vestigial appendage, this article of separateness is the biggest roadblock to enduring peace in the region. And the reason is very obvious. Because if you think about the implications of what it does, it prevents Indian Parliament from enacting any laws with respect to Jammu and Kashmir, with the exception of defense, external affairs, and communication. Now that's not all, by the way. That's not all. It bars Indian citizens from settling down. It has separate citizenship rights. It confers separate property rights. As a consequence of this article, numerous acts of parliament that are approved and passed by Parliament in India are not applicable in Jammu and Kashmir. As an example is the Indian Penal Code, many others. And most interestingly, even amendments to the Indian Constitution are not applicable to Jammu and Kashmir. And therefore, a significant amendment, which is more than 25 years ago, which introduced the word secular in Indian Constitution, that word is missing in the Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir because the amendment is not applicable. And I believe it's time to abandon this. It's time to say it's been temporary long enough. 63 years hence, there is really no need for any temporary provision, especially one that, instead of integrating people, integrating communities, further alienates them, makes it worse, and makes this kind of separation almost permanent. Now, I'm not saying that this article is the sole reason for the feeling of alienation, but certainly it is one of the biggest reasons. I'll stop at this.